Legends of Ethernal is a very charming action platformer that has some Metroidvania elements, some inventive gameplay and very fun and creative boss fights. You play as Wilfred, a brave young boy who has to find out who or what is responsible for the disappearance of his parents. Along the way, you will come across many different scenarios and environments, like a swamp town full of frog people or a haunted watchtower that has a crazy maze-like level design, for example. Your weapon is just a simple fishing rod at the beginning, but you will be able to use more items, abilities and weapons during your adventure if you unlock them, like throwable bombs, a blowpipe and a cool looking staff that will become a giant pickaxe, just to name a few. Legends of Ethernal is not your basic action platformer, because you will need resources or ethers to heal yourself or to use special items or abilities, and not all these abilities are unlocked at the same time. You will need a specific amount of red ethers to use a health potion, for example. It takes a while to get used to, but I thought it was a clever new design choice, and it made for some tense moments where I really needed a specific colored ether to survive or to apply damage. The implementation of this feature makes sure you can't spam your special weapons or abilities, so it required a bit of strategy, and you don't really see this often in this genre. This also made for some creative and strategic boss battles that will take you some time to figure out how to beat them. I really enjoyed this design choice, and not only were they fun to fight against, they also had their own backstory and made you question your own morality. I sadly can't say this game is a Metroidvania, because not every area is interconnected with each other or has a huge map that will show you the complete layout. Certain areas do have a Metroidvania-like level design, but you will never have to return back to a previous area to get a new item or ability. So even though it has pretty linear story progression, some areas may require a bit of going back and forth to progress. I never felt lost or anything, but keep in mind that some parts in this game aren't as straightforward as you would think, and that really surprised me. I also really liked the visual style and the world building. There are a lot of different enemies for you to fight with, each area feels unique and has its own theme. There's a decent amount of backstory and dialogue between characters, and even though exploration is pretty limited, it still can reward you with upgrades that will make your journey a bit easier. Just one glance at this game should be enough to see it has a solid presentation and engaging gameplay. I really enjoyed my time with this game, and I was really appreciative that it tried something new. So in general, Legends of Ethernal is another overlooked gem in my opinion. I wished it was a bit longer, but I'm really excited to see more of this world and its gameplay. It's a very polished game, the art style is amazing, the music is very atmospheric, and this game really has its own identity. I highly recommend Legends of Ethernal if you enjoy action platformers or Metroidvanias. The combat or the movement can be a bit stiff, but the strategic gameplay, the inventive boss fights and the almost Metroidvania-like level design make up for this big time. So be ready to explore this really interesting world full of fairy tale-like scenarios and uncover the mystery behind your parents' disappearance.